Basic format, tips in answering Part 2, and sample answers. Part 2 Basic format. You will receive a cue card from the examiner with a question on it. You have a minute to prepare and brainstorm for key points. You are given 1 to 2 minutes to speak your answer. The examiner will ask you to speak after the preparation time. Then the examiner may ask rounding off or follow-up questions at the end of your answer. Most questions or stories about your life are related to your experience. Set of assessment criteria. Your answer is evaluated by 4 assessment criteria. First, your fluency and coherence. This determines how logical and clear the organization of your ideas. It also measures how you answer at length, your pauses, and confidence. The use of cohesive devices is also observed in this criteria. Second, your lexical resource. Your answer is rated by words, phrases, collocations, idioms, or technical terms you apply, including their appropriateness. Third, your grammar. Examiners measure in this criteria your proper use of sentence patterns and structures, verb tenses, and voices. It basically includes parts of speech. Fourth, your pronunciation. You are evaluated on how clear your words are to be understood. Higher band scores require skills in word stress and intonation. Tips to provide answers sufficient to achieve your target score. First, prepare for the introductory sentence. You may choose to use phrases to start your answer. It's good to have prepared phrases as this can help you organize your ideas. You may also use time phrases like recently, 2 years ago, when I was younger to begin your answer. However, if you have a higher level of English, you can base your opening sentence on the question. Let's see this in the following practices. Here is a sample of Part 2 question. Describe a memorable childhood experience. You should say who was with you, where it took place, what you did, and explain why it's memorable. Here are sample introductory sentences. First, there are statement. Well, there are many memorable childhood experiences I could talk about, but I always remember winning a particular running competition. Second, using time phrase. When I was 10 years old, I won a running competition. Third, answering the what question. Winning in a running competition was the most memorable experience I have had in my life. Do your best to paraphrase. If you are aiming for a higher band score, it is required that you paraphrase. Look at the sample question. Describe a memorable childhood experience. Here are introductory sample sentences. Winning a running competition was the most memorable experience I had. Winning a running competition was the most unforgettable life opportunity I could never forget. As you can see in the second given introductory sentence, every word used in the question is replaced with synonyms. This is advisable to help achieve your goal score. Provide answers, details for the points. Give supporting details to every point in the cue card. It's best to describe every bullet point indicated. Some points are answered with few ideas, while others require more elaboration. Winning in a running competition was the most unforgettable opportunity I had. This race has been the biggest and the most prestigious running event in my nation, which most runners want to take part in. I was in grade 6 when I registered for the kiddie run division of 5 kilometers. The event was scheduled on a Saturday morning at 5 a.m. of a summer month, and it was held in the zigzag road in the city. The route was challenging because of its long winding turns of 41 kilometers, and the elevation is 1,700 meters above sea level, making it strenuous for every runner. Well, the 5 kilometers long run I had was just moderate in difficulty. I was with many people from children aged between 7 and 12, teenagers, and the adult participants. Since I was too young, I was allowed to be accompanied by my father, who took care of me during the entire race. Before the race, I trained diligently. Every morning for 2 years, my father and I ran an uphill and downhill route in our neighborhood. It took me 45 minutes to just keep running without drinking water and resting, especially when the race was around the corner. I came to a point where I had to hold water in my mouth from the starting to the ending point to make sure I wouldn't stop. It was a rigid training physically and mentally that strengthened my agility and endurance. Then the race day came and I won second place in the elementary division. I received approximately $250, a medal, and a certificate. The training and the discipline my father taught me were worth it. This is unforgettable for me because whenever I encounter challenges in life that sometimes want to make me give up, I just always remember how my dad pushed me enough to keep me going and to win a prize if I am persistent. This is how details are arranged in the sample answer. First, provide details of what. What's the event and define the event. Answer the question when. You may speak the time, date, day, month, and describe the time. You may also describe the weather and the temperature condition. Talk about where. Identify the city, region, and describe the area. Include details of who. You can name people specifically or describe them by gender or by age. The sample answer provided details of the background of the event, which is optional. Talk about the prize. The sample answer includes the prize because it directly supports the what. It is placed at almost the ending to support the why explanation. Then lastly, explain why. Explain its relevance to the present. For you to spend your 2 minutes wisely, add describing or defining details to every bullet point. This may allow you to speak more and help you organize your ideas logically without going back and forth trying to provide details to expand previous necessary points you already tackle. Again, bear in mind that there is no definite way to arrange your ideas for a cue card. Just feel free to provide definition or description or background details to WH and how questions. This surely will make you keep talking logically about a topic. Most of the time, you will be able to provide more ideas for why questions, which is effective not to buy time, but to provide logical and sufficient information to describe a topic. It's always important to brainstorm words in forms of nouns, verbs, adjectives, and phrases to strengthen your answer. It is a must-do in your study. Strengthen your vocabulary brainstorming in the episodes to come. You can now practice making your own answers.